What inspires change? What motivates us? It's what's inside that moves us. What moves you? Get the Scion story at scion.com.
The port, of course, to their credit, was able to apply and obtained a federal grant for about $2.4 million back in June of 2011. Here we are in August of 2013, and we've gotten no further than we were back in June. The concern that I have, of course, is one, the chances of losing this grant certainly is pretty high if we don't do something to salvage the situation.
The federal grant award was for the procurement of what's called a mobile container vehicle screening system, enabling the port to screen containers for dangerous or illegal substances. The first time around, in November of last year, Port Oversight Chair Senator Tom Atta tells us the port sent a sole source procurement over to GSA. The sole source provider, Port Board member Ed Ilao's JMI Edison.
It got issued and sent over to the GSA as a sole source procurement. And, according to the Guam procurement law, the only time you really, it's very rare that you would use a sole source. And
this was a sole source to what company?
This was a sole source to JMI Edison.
And there's a potential conflict there with a board member at the port, correct? Can you tell us what that is?
Well, of course, the owner of the company sits on the board of the Port Authority. However,
Ed Ilao.
Mr. Ed Ilao, yes.
Ilao was just renominated to serve again on the port board. Ilao's office said he was off island and not available for comment today. But Senator Atta said Ilao followed the law and fully disclosed his connection to JMI.
Mr. Ilao has followed the law in terms of filing his disclosure at the Guam Election Commission that he sits on a board at the port and his company does business. So, he has done that and has fulfilled that.
So you have no serious ethical concerns with that issue in particular?
With that issue in particular, and I have no reason that he used his seat on the board to gain undue advantage.
Senator Atta's major concern, he says, is the apparently flawed procurement process that the port has followed. First, an attempt to sole source it, and then on their second attempt, narrowly tailoring the bid specifications so that only one company could fulfill the contract terms, and that was JMI.
Well, certainly, a couple of the prospective bidders have indicated their concern
about that
the specs, as it is written, is really something that fits primarily a certain vendor.
JMI.
Well, let me put it this way: a certain brand of equipment, of which the distributor here on island is JMI.
And as a result of that, GSA canceled the bid?
No, GSA canceled the bid because the reason they gave was because of ambiguous specifications.
Because it is primarily a procurement issue, Procurement Oversight Chair Senator B.J. Cruz has called an oversight hearing for this coming Monday evening to review the controversy.
Concern that I have, of course, is one, the chances of losing this grant certainly is pretty high if we don't do something to salvage the situation.
Kevin Kerrigan, PNC News.